Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another session of Texans Talk. All right, this is one of those things that has to deal with Walmart, most grocery stores, and everything else like that. Troubles I've ran into, and probably most of y'all, and everything else like that. And if y'all agree, like y'all do anything else like that, please subscribe. I mean, I'm here to chat. I'm here to do whatever. Hit me up on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. I'm kind of putting it all out there for everyone to see and for everyone to hear. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this. All right. So here's the thing. This is one of my biggest problems. Okay, I worked at Walmart and everything else like that, and as y'all can see over here on this right hand side of my screen, it has a picture of Walmart and everything else along that line of the back, which is by most people know where the compactor is. Okay, now the thing about it is you're supposed to be 18 and everything else, like and whatnot, supposed to use this thing. It even says it on the fucking goddamn machine. Okay, here is the problem. All right, a lot of people still, doesn't matter if you're 16, whatever, you can be working at Subway, you can be working at whatever, it doesn't matter your age, you're able to use the compactor. Even if these fuckers don't know how to use it, you can still use the compactor. Hey, we'll just fucking show you, it's okay, blah, 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 blah. All right. And that's the whole fucking thing, is these people don't even fucking recognize laws. And these are fucking managers, folks. These are fucking managers, okay? I have a herniated disc, all right? I wasn't allowed to bend, stoop, kneel, do whatever, okay? And they didn't fucking, sit there and deal with my fucking accommodations or anything else like that, because they couldn't accommodate me. All right, that's the whole thing. We cannot accommodate you. Okay, same thing as my mom. All right, she has a busted knee and everything else like that because she fucking hit a pallet and fell the fuck over. Okay, didn't matter. She had to go still run around, push carts and everything else like that. And trust me, we'll get to that in a minute, because it is not a night stalker's job to fucking push carts. It is a fucking cart pusher's job. We'll get to that. All right. So the thing about it is with my herniated disc and everything else like that, everything you see here and everything you see within these continuing videos and everything else like that and pictures that you see, I had to do. Not only that, my mom had to do. Okay, being injured and everything else like that, even when the medical recommendation states no bending, stooping, lifting, crouching, overhead lifting, none of that, because I have a herniated disc. Okay, that is what it says on my medical reports. That is what every doctor has told me. That is what every fucking physical therapist has told me. Even the fucking neurologist that they supposedly sent me to, all right, even told me. All right, didn't even tell me actually even nothing. All he said was, well, there's further things that we need to do. Okay, there are more than, just this, and we need to, there might be more of a process to it than what I'm doing. Okay, not a problem. At least I can figure out what the fuck is wrong with me. Because if it's a herniated disc, then it's a fucking herniated disc. If it's more than a fucking herniated disc, like for example, my mom has torn ligaments. My mom has fucking some kind of nerve damage in her leg. All right, now it's in her hip. All right, and she has a hairline fracture in her hip. But according to Walmart, all right, she doesn't have it. Okay, according to their medical examiners, she's fucking perfectly fine. According to her medical examiners, it's all in your head. All right. Hey, you know what, Mr. Andre Moon? All right, you said that fucking the store is responsible for my points and for, my, the facilitation of my paperwork and everything else like that, which they didn't do. My mom has an FLA and an LOA. I don't have I never got an FMLA. I never got an LOA. I dealt solely with workers' comp. Workers' comp for Walmart even told me not to return to my doctor. All right, I was not allowed to return to my doctor. I was not allowed any medical visits. I was not allowed anything. Okay, so they're just allowed to fucking just state that and everything else like that, and then you're out of pocket for it. Okay, understand, you're paying for this, not Walmart, not anyone else. Walmart will only pay up to a certain degree of whatever they think they've done wrong. Irregardless of what the fuck they did wrong, they don't fucking care. Okay, so please understand this, all right? So everything you see on the right, okay, I had to pick up with my herniated disc, even though I was not supposed to pick up anything. Nope, still your job, your maintenance, you're still doing this. Oh, and which reminds me, they actually didn't change me over to maintenance. Okay, I was still apparently a night stalker, just because they say it in Word. Okay, so, and then they tell you, oh, well, if you don't do what they say, you're going to get fired anyway. Okay, so irregardless of how you slice it, you're gonna get fired. This is the problem here in fucking Texas, folks. Okay, and you want to sit here and badger around, and everything else like that on Twitter or YouTube or TikTok or whatever. I can't leave my fucking house. It is difficult to leave my fucking house. Okay, I used to be able to fucking walk 20 fucking miles. Okay, and I can't even walk 5 minutes out my fucking door. Okay, I used to be able to pick up 100 pounds. I can't even pick up, let alone a fucking drill, a handheld fucking drill, all right, a coffee pot, or anything else like that without fucking shaking, jittering, or fucking convulsing. Okay, that's a fucking problem, but yet it's all in my fucking head. Same way as my mom. Oh, it's all in your fucking head. No, it ain't. It ain't fucking in my goddamn head, because if it was in my fucking goddamn head, I wouldn't be this goddamn angry. That is kind of the point. Okay, is people want to sit there and talk about, oh, well, you have anger issues. No, I fucking don't. I have anger issues with people, because this is how people fucking are. And then you want to sit there and state that we can't get angry or that we have an emotional problem. Fuck you. You goddamn right I have an emotional problem. It's called anger. It's called anger towards somebody. It's called anger towards somebody who has done me wrong and everything else like that. How the fuck am I supposed to be? Okay? So, now that I got that little rant out of the way, and at least so y'all are understanding of at least, my anger towards this and everything else like that, hence the reason why I can't understand why most of these fucking places get shot up like it was back in school, with gangbangers and whatnot back in the 90s. And shit like that, going to West Creek and fucking Brulshookie and all this other fucking shit having to do with gangbangers, and you have to bring knives or bats or chains or your own fucking weapon to defend yourself, and then all of a sudden you're the fucking problem. What about the gangbanger that fucking brings, their guns, knives, and everything fucking else in here? Okay, and that's okay. Okay, it's no more different than these fucking cops, fucking won't even go to a goddamn school shooting. Dude, we as parents keep that shit out of our schools, not the fucking cops. Those cops ain't fucking there for your kids. They ain't fucking there for you. They ain't fucking there for anybody but to collect a fucking paycheck. That's all people are these days is, oh, I'm just here for a paycheck. 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 That's the fucking problem these days, okay? You fucking, politicians want to know what the fucking problem is. It's the way you're raising people, okay? It's the way you're educating them, and it's the way your fucking goddamn tolerance of them has fucking goddamn depleted over time. Okay, because if you want to sit here and talk about this shit, then this is what the fucking talk is about, okay? Is people fucking sitting here, oh, well, I'm just here for a paycheck. I'm just here for a paycheck. I'm just here for a paycheck. Well, some of us fucking ain't. We actually are here for the pride of ourselves and the pride of the work we fucking do. Okay, because if that's the case, I knew I was going to get fired because I was getting points because that's the way fucking Walmart works. Okay, oh, well, if you get too many points, you're fucking fired. It used to be 8. Now it's 5. What is it going to be down next to? 3? 3, kind of the 3 strike, you're out, your fucking, policy shit. Okay, irregardless of what happens in your life, irregardless if your kid goes out and fucking shoots a school, irregardless if your kid comes home with a fucking broken arm, irregardless if your fucking kid comes home sick, your kid can fucking, I don't know, dying. Okay, and still, you're still going to be fired. They tell you, well, you have to have an equal balance of work and fucking life. We do. The problem is y'all. The real fucking problem is y'all, because y'all want to sit there and claim that, oh, we're a family this and we're a family that. No, you're fucking full of shit. Okay, so let's get into these fucking pictures, alright? So everything you see here on the right-hand side, all this trash, all everything else like that, I had to pick up during, and when I had my herniated disc, okay? I understand what maintenance is. It's cleaning up trash, emptying bins and all that other junk. I know what the fuck the shit fucking is, because I've seen a janitor do it at my schools. I've seen a lot of fucking throughout my life. I have seen a lot of maintenance people. Okay, do a lot of things. I asked them what the fuck they were doing, changing the light bulb. It's my job as maintenance. Why are you dusting? It's my job as maintenance. Oh, why are you sweeping? It's my job at maintenance. Oh, why are you mopping? It's my job as maintenance. Why are you picking up trash? It's my job at my job as maintenance. Okay. What about the trash? When I was younger, what about the trash men? Well, they're, for city trash and outside trash and stuff like that, not for in the building. That's what maintenance is for and stuff like that, which, I do get, because it's maintenance of the building, cleaning up and stuff like that, that people, tendency to, miss themselves when they clean or whatever. Okay, we're all responsible for our own messes. Okay, you can't be responsible for fucking 30 people in a building, which is false by Walmart, because most places, even these days, only have 8 per shift, especially the one at 5247 only has 8, but yet on Walmart's policy it's supposed to be a minimum of 22, but they can't even hold 8 people in the building because of the way fucking they treat and tolerate fucking people, folks. For the way they treat and tolerate fucking people. Okay, they can't even hold a staff. Okay, and they say, oh, it's not the business's fault. Yes, it is the business's fault. Okay, because who else's fault would it be? Then, if that's the case, then if Walmart's at fault, then I can personally sue the individuals who did not freaking accommodate me on my restrictions for work due to my injury that y'all made. Okay, which we will get to also. Okay, so here's the thing. Once again, this picture in trash. I had to pick it up during, when I had my herniated disc and everything else like that. Okay, yeah, your job. Even though you're injured, your job. Okay? So, I implore you, I do not work for Walmart and do not work for these grocery stores. Especially here in Texas, folks, because we got a real serious issue of demand, command, and everything else like that with no accountability, no responsibility, no anything to these fucking managers or to these goddamn companies, and you people want to bitch whine. And when are we going to take to the streets and actually fucking do something about this, folks? Okay, so, I mean, this makes no sense. I have no problem in Civil War taking a bat to most of these motherfuckers and everything else like that. If it comes down to the 1922 workers' strike and everything else like that of, taking clubs to these motherfuckers just to get them to understand because they're ruining our lives, then we are a bunch of fucking cowards. Okay, but at least I'm willing to get out and fucking speak and do something, and say something about it and hopefully fucking, promote change and everything else like that. I'm willing to stand on the street with you or, you gotta be willing to also. It just can't be going one way. So let's take a look at a few more pictures. Okay, so here's the next one. Alright, so this is another picture. Okay, and as you can see, trash fucking everywhere. Nothing fucking wrapped, nothing fucking tied down, nothing fucking, as any kind of safety or anything else along that line. It's all just a bunch of fucking garbage everywhere. They just come, leave it there. Oh, it's your fucking problem. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to continue on about my day. No, 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 no. The whole point is stalkers, even including me. All right, I picked up my own fucking mess. Okay, I picked up, my boxes that I made trash of and everything else like that. I didn't have someone fucking come and do it for me. That is not their fucking job, is to come and pick up after my fucking mess. I'm a grown goddamn ass adult. I know what the fuck I did. I know the messes I make. How is maintenance, responsible for my fucking trash? Alright? That's the fucking problem these days. It's someone else's fucking problem, not mine. Someone else's fucking problem, not mine. Someone else's fucking problem, not mine. No, it's all of our fucking problem, folks. It's all of our fucking problem. Because if we want to sit here and call team and everything else like that, which we will get to in a minute, okay, then it's all of our fucking problem. The only problem you have is cleaning up after yourself. Okay, and then if you can't clean up after yourself, then that is the whole point of maintenance, is to help clean. It isn't their job to clean after you. They're not your fucking butler, they're not your fucking bitch, they're not your fucking hoe, or your fucking slut, or your fucking skank, or anything else like that you can fucking sit there and order the fuck around. I mean, if we're supposed to be a team, then it's supposed to be a fucking team. We're all supposed to fucking participate, we're all supposed to help, right? No, because apparently according to fucking 90% of y'all, no, it ain't my fucking problem, it's someone else's problem. 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 It's no more different than fucking looking at this management shit here in a fucking minute and understanding exactly what they do. Because they don't do management. They sit there and fucking walk around like, they're fucking normal employees. That's a motherfucking problem. Okay, because if that was the case, then my paperwork would have been properly filled out. I wouldn't be in this fucking problem. I wouldn't be on this doing that. I would at least have gotten my compensation, everything else like that. And understand, folks, your back in Texas is only worth about 50 grand. 50 grand. In other words, meaning some slip and fall victim gets more than you as a worker for an accident or an injury. But as a worker, you do not, because apparently it's a part of your job. I didn't know that getting injured was part of my job. I didn't know I had to fear losing my job, my home, everything I fucking own, everything I fucking do. Because I work. And then you wonder why, Mr. fucking politicians and bullshit, why people are fucking unemployed, because they choose not to work under these conditions. You really want to know? It's fucking treatment. No more different, I told my attorney. Fucking treatment. Hence the reason why I say bring on your Civil War. Bring it the fuck on. Apparently we need it. Because apparently the only thing y'all understand is bloodshed. To make a fucking point. Bloodshed. Then bloodshed it shall be. Because you ain't giving us a fucking choice. You ain't giving no one a goddamn choice. Okay, that is the motherfucking problem with y'all. Alright? So, If you think this is bad, wait until, you know, Elon Musk starts going, folks. I mean, wait until that fucking shit starts going. And you don't think something's going to happen with that? I mean, come on. The dude owns Twitter. All right? And people want to talk about, you know, Michael Zuckerberg and everything else like that. Oh, well, he has to... What the fuck's on Twitter? You know, Elon Musk wants to sit there and talk about, you know, free speech and everything else like that. Yeah, at a price. At a price. Have you looked at it? Have you looked at it? $9, $10. Who the fuck has that anymore? Who the fuck has that anymore? I want to fucking know. You know, and that's a fucking problem. That is a fucking problem right there. He wants to sit there and claim free speech. And I should be able to put out a 6-hour video for free. Right? It's speech. It is speech. It's not like I'm doing advertisement. It's not like I'm sitting here trying to, you know, promote whatever. No, I'm sitting here trying to, you know, help people understand we all got the same fucking problem. We all bitch about the same fucking problem because I hear it all the time from everybody. I'm trying to get, you know, witnesses and everything else like that. And by the way, your witnesses to anything is arbitrary. It's arbitrary. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many you have. You can have half the fucking store. Literally, 5247. Okay, if you go there and mention my name is Sean Hammond. Go over there and mention my name. I guarantee you 3/4 of that store know who the fuck I am. Okay, why? Because I stand up for them. I have no problem arguing, and people say I love to argue. No one likes to fucking argue. Okay, no one likes to fucking argue. I don't like to fucking argue. My mom doesn't like to fucking argue. No one likes to fucking argue. Okay, everybody hates fucking arguing. Why? Because it's fucking pointless and everything else like that. The reason why we argue is because we're trying to express a point. Okay, that's all you're trying to do, and for you to basically understand how wrong it is. But hey, if you ain't gonna pay attention to it, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? It's ours. It's our fault. Hence the point. Hence the point of these videos. Hence the point of me showing you this and everything else like that. But understand, this isn't illegal, folks. This apparently, according to them, isn't illegal. Even though nothing's wrapped, nothing is securely tied down, nothing is securely anything. It is all just basically there. Okay? Not responsible if anything falls on you. Not responsible if anything collapses on you. No. Walmart's not responsible. Neither is a grocery store. Neither is anything else. They're not responsible for anything, folks. They're not responsible for anything. I mean, seriously, y'all, would y'all work in an environment like this? How pissed would y'all be, you know, having to come and clean up after all this shit? I mean, look at this shit, folks. I mean, fucking look at it, okay? You have literally fucking piles of trash and everything else like that, you know, I had to pick up when I had a herniated disc. Forced to pick up. Because if you refuse, guess what? You're fired. If you refuse, you're fired. You don't have the right to say no. You don't have the right to refuse, even though it's not your job. You can sit there and tell them, you know, it's not your job. Same thing as pushing carts. Pushing carts is not a Night Stalker's job. I'll show you where that is. But guess what? Have to do it anyway. Why? Because you have to do what the fuck they say. Even though you know it's not against your job. Even though you know it is against your job. Still. Cannot refuse. And we don't find this a problem? I think we should. Because understand, folks, when your kids get into the workforce, how do you think they're going to feel? That's the whole problem. That is the whole thing that my mom has taught me for years, is how would you feel if you were put in this situation? How would you feel if you were treated like this? How would you feel? How would you feel? How would you feel? But yet, our feeling, guess what? We are emotionally disturbed because we have a feeling. Oh no, we have a feeling. Okay? So, let's scroll on to the next one. So, I really do implore y'all, do not work for Walmart. Do not work for a grocery store. Do not work for any of these people who sit there and try to tell you. I mean, seriously, folks. We you know, I think it's the same picture. I mean, seriously, folks. A different angle. Would you want to pick up all this fucking trash? Would you? Do you think it's your job to pick up like the whole store's trash? So basically, you're playing butler and maid to the whole store and everyone in it. So a manager can sit there and leave their shit behind, which I will show you also. But it's your responsibility to come and pick it up. And a manager can leave their fucking shit laying around like there's some fucking 3-year-old and wants you to come and pick it up. You're responsible for their fucking problems. You're responsible for their mistakes. You're responsible for their trash. You're responsible for their clutter. No. You can take that shit home where it belongs. because you are a fucking child. Because apparently you're still using whatever kid rules you fucking had at home and think that it applies in work. No, it don't. And Texans are stupid, are too stupid, I guess, to understand that fact. And then as Texans, you really need to pull your heads out of your ass. Start actually fucking saying something. Start fucking taking these fuckers to court. Start taking pictures. Start taking videos. Start doing something. Okay, because I've tried taking this to the court, and all I got was, understand, folks, 50 grand. 50 grand is the top dollar they offer you, or only 80, but yet a slip and fall victim can get $1.5 million for a slip and fall. Not his back, not anything else like that, not nothing. Understand. They make $1 billion a year, folks. $1 billion fucking dollars a year. Did I put myself in this situation? Did my mom put herself in this situation? No. We were told, this is what you do, or else. So basically, the or else is I don't have a life, I don't have a living, I can't support, myself or what I do, or any of the things that I do, or anything else like this. And I'm probably sure I'll probably lose my home within the next couple of months anyway, so hence the point, I don't give a fuck anymore. Okay, so because regardless, everything's inadmissible in court. Everything it doesn't matter. Witnesses, you can have the whole fucking store with you, man. It don't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. It's how much social media attention you have. All right, I was supposed to go to deposition. Oh, guess what? All of a sudden, Walmart doesn't want to hear my deposition. Why? Because what it states in deposition is I can bring witnesses. Where's my day in court? Where's my jury? Where's my trial? I ask you, folks. I really do. I really do implore you to fucking stop working for these fuckers. Start, doing something. I understand we all need money. We all need jobs. Okay? But, I mean, what are you left to? I really got to question, what are you left to? Okay? Especially when you sit there and try to show that, oh, well, there's, a problem with, trash being left out. Oh, well, that's next shift's problem. Excuse me? No, it's not next shift's problem. It's the current one. And if anything, there should be like maybe one box. I can understand, something that maybe got left behind by accident. No, next shift's problem. I'll even show you on Reddit. Next shift problem. And even someone insulted me on Reddit because I misspelled grammar. Well, the reason why I misspelled it, asshole, is because apparently you can't read full pen. And you want to sit there and complain about spelling, but you can't even put together a compound sentence and understand it. Someone needs to go back to American English class. Because apparently you're too stupid to even fucking read a compound sentence. But you want to get there on the fucking internet and want to sit there and correct someone's minor detail in grammar. I did that for a reason, to see if you would even check. Because apparently you don't. Nor do you have a comprehension level, apparently, because, hey, Hooked on Phonics worked for me. How about you? And I'm dead serious. I literally did Hooked on Phonics because, unlike probably most of y'all, I've lived in separate countries. I know how to speak and spell many different languages. You do kind of get confused in your head when you have that fucking many. Hence, a lot of y'all don't understand foreigners. Okay? Because they have a lot of fucking goddamn languages in there that they fucking filter through, in essence, to get the right vocabulary. Something I was taught, vocabulary. It comes with the word vocal. Here's another one. See? I can understand, 2 or 3 boxes being left around. Maybe a few like this, whatever, that's understandable as maintenance or whatever, because at least you're picking it. It shows that you're trying to at least pick up all your garbage. There's not a stack of it. Not a stack of it, but yet, still your problem. Still your problem. It's not the associate. No, it's someone else's problem. No, it's someone else's problem. No, it's someone else's problem. I didn't know maintenance was, butlers and maids and everything else like that to someone else. Okay, see, nothing's wrapped. Nothing's wrapped. Nothing's wrapped. You got shit falling out. Dude, and they wonder what, I used to work in warehouses. We used to wrap pallets just for transportation around the warehouse. So therefore, nothing would fall and you didn't have to pick it back up. But yet people fucking can't do that. But yet we have rap. When I was working Cap 2, understand, put in charge, not by paperwork, by verbal. Oh, well, you're in charge because everybody will want you in charge. Yeah, you know why everybody wants me in charge? Because I don't have a problem going against y'all. That's why the crew wants me in charge, because I don't have a problem going against y'all. Alright? And like I said, and like I told them, I guarantee you we can make this work. Why? Because we can work together, unlike them who want to sit here and fucking not work together, not have a fucking game plan, not come up with anything, and just go, this is what's going on, this is what we're doing, okay, that's it, and I'll continue on about my day. No. No. I'll even bring in witnesses and everything else like that. I'm pretty sure you can count it on for some of my videos if any of y'all have seen it. All those people have worked with me. Alright, they literally stuck me in charge because they couldn't find a manager adequate enough to do that position. Okay? That verbally. Not by paperwork, not by pay, not by anything. Oh, you're just, you know, they want you in charge, so you're going to be in charge. Is that okay? Oh, if I get a promotion out of this, and if I can show, do I get a promotion out of that? Oh, we'll see if you see how well you do. So, prove myself, right? That's what, you know, my mom taught me, you know, when we were in the military and when I was raised and stuff like that, you know, I thought proving it and that you can do the job and everything else that was supposed to help you get promoted. Hence my mom's thing of, oh, well, you know, back in the 70s and 80s, oh, well, you know, you're supposed to promote the company and, you know, supposed to look, you know, you're supposed to look good for them and everything else like that. In essence, it's supposed to look good for you. Where the fuck is that? Because if that's the case, man, because how come we got everything done, had no problems, no complaints, nobody bitched, nobody whined, nobody did anything, nothing. We got the fucking job done when I was in charge, but as soon as Shelby shows the fuck up, guess what? Nothing got done. And then they wonder why, you know, everything could get done with me, but it didn't get done with anyone else. How come nothing gets done with anyone else? How come you can go up to the store right now and literally people are like, is Sean coming back? Is Sean coming back? Is Sean coming back? 5247, folks. 5247 in Roanoke, Texas. People still ask about me. Does that tell you how much of an influence I had? How much people prided themselves just knowing me to go, yeah, he's a good worker. Yeah, he can do this. Yeah, he can do that. You know, I hope he comes back. I hope he gets better. I hope, you know, he's not suffering or anything. Yeah, I am, folks. Yeah, I am. I am suffering. And I hope you share this with everybody, because it is very important to me. Okay, because this should not happen. By any means, this should not happen. See, here's another one, man. If you look in the back, man, look, half of that shit is spilt over. Okay, and my attorney is still saying, oh, not good enough. It's all arbitrary. Oh, it's all arbitrary, folks. Oh, it's all arbitrary. All arbitrary. Doesn't matter. All arbitrary. It's just arbitrary. It doesn't mean much. Motherfucker. The pallet is halfway leaned over in the back of the truck, and you're telling me that that has no chance of falling over. That is not a safety problem. Oh, no, it's not a safety. Okay. You know what, folks? You know what, folks? If you're that incompetent to notice a fatal flaw when you see it, then you definitely are as stupid as you look. And Texas definitely needs a re-education plan, because apparently we're not teaching our kids enough to stand up for themselves, let alone to recognize a problem or address it when they see it. Okay, still, can fucking see it in the back right here, folks. Leaned over and everything. And that's not a safety issue? Those fucking cans and everything can fall on you. It's happened when I was unloading a truck in Cap 2. Literally, 2 fucking pallets fell on my ass. Did anybody make a report? No, now it's Calvin. Calvin was was manager, and so was Shelby. No, didn't make a fucking report. Told him. No, didn't make a fucking report. I'd like to make a report. Didn't do fucking shit. Why? Because it didn't involve them. It wasn't them who had the problem. It wasn't them who got hit by the cans. It wasn't them who've had shit fall on them. It wasn't nothing. Nothing. Sorry about the blurry picture, folks, but, I mean, it's just another picture that just shows basically trash and bullshit, especially, you know, and lines of fucking water. Now, then, here's the thing, okay? When I stopped working at Walmart, I came back because I was working at FedEx, and all I saw on the line was basically Walmart boxes. Okay, nothing but Walmart boxes. Nothing but Walmart boxes. So, I made the choice of, well, fuck, I'm moving Walmart anyway. Why not just go back to Walmart? I'm moving their shit anyway. What does it fucking matter, right? What does it fucking matter? At this point, it doesn't fucking matter. I just see Walmart box after Walmart box after Walmart box on the FedEx fucking line. So why am I even here? Why don't I just go back to Walmart or the distribution center or something? Because all I'm doing is moving Walmart boxes. Makes no sense. Makes none. Makes none at all. I don't get it. And people tell me I'm stupid or dumb or whatever or ignorant. No, I ain't dumb or ignorant. Trust me. So, looking at this juice and water and everything else like, or this pallet of water. Okay, when I got my herniated disc, all right, I was working the juice and water aisle. Apparently, what my attorney doesn't understand, and what I've been trying to repeat him, is I wasn't doing that at the time. I was doing Gatorade, you ignorant piece of shit. Gatorade, 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 Gatorade. Vendor item, Gatorade. Okay, because apparently you can't read, or you're illiterate, or apparently you can't spell, or you can't even comprehend anything, because apparently you went to school for, I'm not exactly quite sure, but, you know, like my mom says, either you got your education out of a freaking turncoin machine, or you got it from a Cracker Jack box or a posted cereal, or you lied. Or you just fucking basically, you know, skated your way through law without actually having to deal with anything that deals with law. Alright, so that's my problem with you. Can't even fight. I bring you all this information still. Inadmissible, inadmissible, inadmissible. Well, folks, when it happens to you, then it's inadmissible, right? Once again, you have stacks and pallets. Why ain't that shit outside? Hmm? I ask you. Why is all this shit piled up in front of the fucking truck? I ask you. Why is all this shit on the shelves, you know, piled up in front of the truck? I mean, do you understand how much shit can break from accidentally even running a forklift into that? Because it's happened. Knocked all that shit off the shelf. It's alright. It's alright. No. So you're telling me you can't get in trouble for basically destroying property, but I can. Yeah. No. Why aren't you being disciplined for destroying said property if I can be disciplined for even just denting a can? But a manager can run up against that shit, have half of it fall off, run up against the cart, knock the cart over, everything fucking gets destroyed. But no, they don't get disciplined. They still keep their job. Once again, stacks of shit everywhere. None of it's wrapped, folks. None of it's wrapped. None. Not a goddamn thing. None of it is fucking wrapped. Not for safety, not for nothing. It's just stacked up on there. Hey, if it falls, it falls. It doesn't fucking matter if anyone get injured. It ain't my fault because I didn't get injured. Da 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 da. Hence the point. Hence the point. See? Once again, you know, tell the attorney, none of this shit's wrapped. Even show him, none of this shit is wrapped. None of it. And you want to talk about safety protocol, and you want to talk about, oh, well, it doesn't prove negligence. What the fuck proves negligence, then? They failed to do my fucking LOA. They failed to do my FMLA. They failed to do fucking any appropriate measures. They failed, you know, for not wrapping a pallet. They... having me fucking, you know, sit there do 12 hours of fucking stacks of water and juice and all that other shit for the juice and water aisle, and including the water that's on there. 12 hours of work in an 8-hour shift. Or shit, it could be 3 days. Still, doesn't matter. Still got to do it. 3 days of work. Doesn't matter. I just need you to do it. Well, I'm alone. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Still need you to do it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Still need you to do it. No. You're fired then. I'll just get someone else to do it. So, you're out of a job. But if anything falls on you from that, oh, it's not their fault. Not their fault. Not one. Not one, folks. Don't get disciplined. Don't get nothing. Don't get coached. Don't get fired. Don't even get a dock and pay. Nothing. But it can fall on you. And they're not responsible. So once again, stacked up. All stacked up. Nothing wrapped. Nothing wrapped. And that's Coke, people. That is weight. Still. Still, I ask you again. Texans sit there and, talk a big game, but the way I see it, I don't see that, because I don't see too many people coming forward with it. I don't see too many people getting online with it. I don't see any of it. I mean, any of y'all checked Reddit? Because that's what one of the next things we're about to do. Is we're going to take a look at Reddit. See? Leftover pallet. That could easily fall on the shelf. But yet, that's wrapped. But none of the stuff in the back is. None of the stuff on the floor was, but that remains wrapped. And even then, they still don't wrap it. Not for safety protocol. Not even for walking around in the store, even around customers, do they wrap this shit, folks. How ignorant can you get? Because apparently we're getting pretty damn ignorant. See? That's wrapped, but that's only because it came out of the truck that way. The other one's not wrapped. Why not? I ask you again, why not? Let's take a look at another one. So, you see all this, folks? See all this? There is food in there. There are consumables in there. And everything else like that, okay? Now then, the thing about it is Amy put me on returns. Amy. Yeah, I used your fucking name. I don't fucking care. Okay, because if that's the case, then I get to sue you. I get to sue Lloyd. I get to sue Ben. I get to sue Bobby. And I get to sue Steve, personally. Because you allowed this. You allowed this. You knowingly got my restrictions and still put me at work doing this. Returns. I had to walk around the whole store, even though it says limited walking, you're allowed to sit when needed and all that other junk. Nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that. It's against Walmart. Oh, can't use their scooters. It's only for customers. Can't use their fucking wheelchair. Only for customers. Not for injured people. Not for even injured employees. For customers, folks. For customers. So, how do they value you? This is what you really got to think about. What is your value? Is your value only 50 grand? Is your value only 80 grand? Something needs to change. Something really needs to change, folks. I implore you to do not work for these companies. Boycott them. Picket them. Do something. Do something, man. I will hop up there with you. I will speak out. I will be the man. Let them shoot me. Let them come and arrest me. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't, because that's what it's going to lead to anyway, because I guarantee if I don't pay my attorney's fees or whatever, I'm going to end up in jail anyway. So what does it fucking matter, right? What does it fucking matter? What does it fucking matter anymore if I'm just going to go to jail anyway? And you wonder why people get violent. Because you're just going to go to jail. Nothing happens. Nothing happens to these people. Nothing is wrong. Nothing. Okay? All these carts. Nope. Got to do returns, Sean. Even my mom. Busted leg and everything. Nope. She still has to walk around. She can't use a scooter. She can't use a walker. She can't use nothing. No, she's not. No. She's not injured. She's fine. No, she's not injured. She's fine. But yet you have restrictions. You have doctor's orders. You have all this other junk. No, you're fine. No, according to us, you're fine. It's all in your head. It's okay. It's okay. Is it, folks? Is it? What happens when the whole thing is like, I was told everything that happens to someone else will eventually can, and if or when, will happen to you. It will. May not be now. May not ever be happening because of the people you deal with, because they have more of a better understanding. But it does happen to people, folks. Just no one's willing to come up and say anything about it. No one's willing to be outspoken about it. It seems to be for only me. They only want to sit here and do it from the back end where they can't be freaking, oh, well, ridiculed or gone against or anything else like that. Oh, I'm afraid of losing my job. Then why are you there? Why are you even a manager if you're afraid of losing your job? Why? So then basically you're a yes person. So you will literally put other people in danger for your own benefit. Even including Tom Thumb. Even including Tom Thumb will put you at risk for their own gain. And we don't have a problem with this, Texas. My New York friend told me that this was coming. I really, I mean, I understood it, but I really didn't take it, for rock salt until it happened. Well, guess what, folks? It's happening. It is happening, and we need to do something about it. And if we don't, our kids are screwed. My kids are screwed. See? All this stuff. There's food in here, folks, and they just put it back on the shelves. Doesn't matter. Just put it back. Just put it back. Don't matter. No, it matters, because it's supposed to go for fucking claims because you found it out and everything else like that, and claims needs to make sure that it's not broken, damaged, or anything else like that. Nope. 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 Stick it out there. Doesn't matter. Stick it out there. Stick it out there. Doesn't matter. Stick it out there. It can be, man, that shit can be 5 days old, like an old banana or something, dude, or an old whatever, dude, and doesn't matter. Dude, they will literally pick up shit that they found underneath, folks, underneath the vegetable shit, the fruit shit, and and all that other crap. Go back there, rinse it off in the sink, and put it back on the fucking goddamn shit to be sold. Back on the fucking counters for shit to be sold. I understand this, dude. This is your food, and this is what people are doing. And it's hard to get evidence of this. It is really hard. Because then people will start going around, well, what you doing? What you doing? Why are you taking pictures? Why are you taking photos? Why are you doing evidence, motherfucker? Evidence, because apparently you have to have so much of it, and witness, and then like 3/4 of the store don't count as witnesses. I don't even know how. I don't even know how like 30-something people don't count as witnesses. I didn't get my deposition. Even though that they, my attorney says, oh, well, they'll hear out your deposition. Where is it? And fuck you and your deposition. I want a trial. I've learned this from my kids. Trial. Why? Because that's the whole point. Peers, right? That's the whole point. Will other people have a problem with this, or won't they? That is, that is the whole thing, right? Where's my turn in trial? Where is it? I want to know. Do I not have a right to it? I ask y'all. Do you have a right to it? Do you think you have a right to trial? Because apparently you don't. And you sure you want to vote for Abbott? Because guess what, folks? He took away water. Water breaks. He took away water breaks. So do you really want to have your water break? Do you really want to, be told, hey, you can't go to the bathroom because, Walmart has an issue with that, of the harassment about people going to the bathroom? Well, if it's the only place you get, to get a moment in your head to calm down for whatever fucking shit you're being pushed through because, oh, well, you have to do what the fuck they say, guess what? We have a real problem. We have a real problem, folks, and it doesn't seem like anyone's addressing it. But I'm trying to. I mean, would you work doing all this junk? See, all this shit, guess where it goes? Back to the shelf. It doesn't go to claims to see if it's damaged or if it's missing a product or whatever. No, back on the shelf. Back on the shelf. That's where it goes, folks. Back on the shelf. Not claims. Not to see if anything's been damaged or even if it's been used, opened. Nothing. Nothing. No, back on the shelf. Back on the shelf. It all goes back on the shelf. Oh, and just to let you know, doesn't matter if you're injured. Still got to do it. No, can't. No, doesn't matter. You see, the doctor's notes don't matter. No. Whatever the doctor says. No. Don't matter. Which is kind of funny, because when you look in the store, it tells you this. Alright? And it literally says, we live, what is it? We value every associate, right? 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 It literally says, we value every associate. Own the work we do. And communicate by listening and sharing ideas. This principle is the backbone of everything we do. No, folks, that is a fucking bullshit lie. Okay, because if that is the case, sharing ideas does not mean you get to take the other person's idea. It just means you share it. Okay? Not also that, if the principles is the backbone of everything we do, where are your principles? I want to know, where are your principles? Because according to your principles, you can do whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want, and it doesn't matter the consequence. So where are the principles? I mean, unless we're talking about principles that come from a school. I mean, because that's a completely different category, folks. Okay. Next one. Service to our customers. We're here to serve customers, support each other. No, you don't. No, they don't support each other, because if that's the case, then it wouldn't be only one person in an aisle. You would be actually filling out my paperwork properly. You would be helping me fill out my proper paperwork. You would be helping me with my back problem. You would be helping me with trying to even find a job, in essence, that I can do. No, sorry, folks, that's a fucking lie. All right, and give to our local communities. What do they give? Rotten food? Bad food? I mean, dude, y'all need to look in the back of the shelves, man. Back of the shelves. I mean, that shit can be 5 years old. 5 years old, dog. You think they rotate anything? They don't rotate shit. Okay? We work as a team. No. No, you don't. No. No, you don't. Because if that's the case, then us as a team would suffer as a team. And we suffer alone. Or else, the whole team would be helping me. No, that is a fucking lie. Okay, there is only I. There is no team, there is no nothing, because that's the whole problem, is people go around going, it's not my problem, it's next shift's problem, it's not my fault, it's this person's fault, I'm not responsible for it, I don't know why they're doing it. We can even be told this. Nope, still wrong, I didn't tell you to do that. Like, literally, you told me this 2 minutes. No, I didn't tell you that. Yes, you fucking did. So which is it? And a model positive examples while we innovate and improve every day. Model positive examples. Let's take a look at that word real quick. Model positive examples. The whole theory behind that is basically, you're supposed to lead by example. Lead by example. So your example is what? I ask you, what are their examples, folks? What are their examples? What? Basically telling you that you don't have a right to say, you don't have a right to record, you don't have a right to announce a problem, you don't have a right to say that there is one, you don't have a right to show that there's evidence that there is one. I mean, then what's the point of having any of these things on the wall? Maybe you should take them down and put, we don't give a shit about you. I think that's what it should say, is literally, we don't give a shit about you on that, across the fucking wall. And anything you gotta say, don't give a fuck. Go take it somewhere else, right? While we innovate. Innovate what? Understand, man, if this is what a lot of people aren't understanding about that whole digital thing. Okay, the whole digital thing is, my thing is about this, and where I can see a problem, and it is, who's to say that they can't connect that to their marketing system and then jack the price up? I ask you this. I really do. Because I guarantee you that's what's going to happen. Oh, it doesn't, we don't have as much profits, so we need to raise prices. How much is a fucking farmer selling a tomato for, folks? Then that should be the fucking price. Because if that's the case, man, then we should be shopping at your local farmer's market, not at these grocery stores, which I desperately do employ, because at least in that case it's going to the right person instead of someone who's trying to upsell it to me. I would rather pay a farmer than pay a grocery store who can't keep control of adequate product and who's trying to poison people. Honestly, people. Poison people. Okay? And improve every day. I want to know what they're improving. I want to know. Anybody got any ideas? I'm all for it. We act with the highest level of integrity by being honest. No, you're not, because you fucking destroyed paperwork, complaints, and everything else like that. And where are they? Where are the complaints? We've asked this. Several employees have. Where's the fucking complaints? Where is my recording of Andre Moon, the examiner, from Workman's Comp? Where is my timestamp video from when I was injured? Because if that was the case, if you acted with any kind of integrity by being honest, then you would have those available, would you? Then how come my attorney says that they didn't have them? So then they have no, what? Defense against it, right? So they can't say that, it did not happen, right? Oh, no, that's all admissible. Excuse me? Fair. We'll use that one. And then the next one, fair. Okay. What does fair mean, folks? Fair. Equal, right? So I got a question. If I am put in charge, how come I'm not promoted? How come I didn't get promoted? Even everybody else asked me that. How come you weren't promoted? I asked them the same question. Makes you really do think, doesn't it? Makes you really do think, right? I took over Cap 2 for almost 3 to 6 months. Everything went fine. Shelby shows up. Calvin shows up. You're not in charge, and and they still tried to put me. Oh well, you can talk to no. You're here. You're in charge. You go talk to them. It is your job. That ain't mine. I'm not a manager. I was only a manager by word. Where's the paperwork? These aren't my people. These are my people because I earned their respect. That's why they're my people. And objective. What's objective? I ask you, what is objective? Would that be the objective to basically state that you're not wrong for anything and you do not comply to anything? Food regulation, health regulation, safety regulation, OSHA regulation, nothing. Nothing, that's what it seems like. While operating compliance with all laws and policies. That's bullshit. Because if they were acting in accordance to the compliance with all laws and policies, then I wouldn't be trying to take them to court. I wouldn't have gotten 12 grand up to 17 grand. I wouldn't have gotten 20 grand up to 27. Folks, that should tell you something is when a company raises a price. Okay, when they've obviously done something wrong. But yet my attorney wants to say, oh, we're shooting for the highest price for you, for blah, 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 blah. Well, if it's 80 grand and you take 40%, I only get 40. So how is that shooting for the full value of me? You're not looking out for me. You're looking out for yourself and your pocket. These attorneys are full of shit, folks. Okay, because if they would, then they would add on whatever 40% it is to whatever the fucking deal that either the state, federal guidelines, or whatever, which seriously need to fucking change and be readjusted. Okay. So what's 80 on top of 40? Well, let's see here. 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So If you're not charging them 120 grand, what's the deal? No. Lawyers look at us exactly like they look at y'all. You're just a paycheck. They don't fight for you. They don't care for you. You're just a fucking paycheck. Dime a dozen, right? They get millions and millions and millions of people doing this a day. You are a dime a motherfucking dozen. Right? Are we? Are we? Are we really? You know, people say, oh, well, stand up and do all this and everything else like that. Yet they don't. They want to do it from behind closed doors without any scrutiny or basically sticking themselves out there. So, another thing. All right, they use this code 22 thing, code 25. We've looked up all these codes. Codes 22 or 21 or whatever the fuck it is says there's no invoice for a truck. It does not mean cart pushing. Cart pushing isn't even an overnight stalker's job. But yet, according to them, do as I say, or you're fired. Okay, so is this what it comes to, folks? Is this really what it comes to? Okay? Because the thing about it is in one of these things, all right, that I have here, one of these pictures, let me find it real quick, says cart management. I want to know how overnight is considered cart management. Okay? Because a lot of us know that that's not true. Okay, we did not sign on to be cart pushers. We did not sign on to be any of that. But hey, according to them, you know what? Do what the fuck we tell you to or you're fired. Doesn't matter. Do what the fuck we tell you to or you're fired. So, on here it says cart management. Because apparently my attorney can't even fucking read, either that or he's illiterate or he has no common sense. I'm going with the he's illiterate and he has no common sense. Okay, so we've sent him all these things and everything else like that. All right, if you look here and everything else like that, it literally says parking lot cart management. Okay, check for and remove obstructions such as carts and trash from parking spaces throughout your shift. I'm overnight. Why do I have to do so basically I should be out there looking for traces of trash and everything else like that because you asked me to pull in carts. I don't get paid an extra $16.50 for being a cart pusher, plus also doing stalking. And then you wonder why nothing gets done. Well, the 30 minutes to an hour that you're spending outside doing fucking carts because you want to fucking look good to a manager thinking that you can do something special, all right, it's not part of your job. But yet they want to claim it's our job. But it's not our job. It's cart management. How is stalking cart management? Which trust me, we will definitely get to also. Okay, I want to know this. How is stalking cart management? No, I didn't get employed for that. Neither did my mom. Neither did anybody else on the night shift. But yet they're having us do it. So how is that not negligence? You're being negligent because you're doing you are having people do something that ain't their job. That is negligence. Because you are neglecting a fact, not hired to do that. So you're being negligent in the fact of knowing that it's not their job and still forcing them to do it. Isn't that kind of the same thing as rape or, a pedophile or whatever, of a coercion of a pedophile or whatever is basically forcing them or getting them to do something that, you're not in particularly supposed to do? So how's this not coercion? When you're basically being told to do this or you're going to get fired. So is it the same thing as do this, suck my dick, or you're fired? I mean, come on, folks. Let's understand what it means to actually have a deregulated business in a bank. I mean, we're starting to see it, and everybody wants to seem to ignore it and say that it's going to be okay. You seriously going to believe in these fucks? I mean, hence, I don't believe in nobody. Alright, make sure each corral has trash can and trash, and it is secured to the corral. None of those cans are secure. Honestly, people, if I found a can by my fucking car, I would take a picture of it and I'd sue them for damages against my car. For not having something properly secured. Understand this. It says it right here. I hope you folks do get this. Make sure that the accessible parking spaces and pathways around them are clear. So, and what if they're not? So any of the carts that are left out and that hit your car, folks, that's damages against your car. Doesn't matter where it came from. Doesn't matter if it even came from another customer. People aren't there to tend the carts, are they? So understand, that's damages against your car. It's a suable offense. They're liable for those carts. Let's take a look at some more. Okay, we'll go back and look at this one real quick. So on this, it even says, tell your supervisor if you see any damage to signage, materials, cart corrals, and or the parking lot. Well, guess what? In ours, the whole parking lot's fucked up. It needs to be repaved. That's damages, ain't it? Damages to the parking lot is not what it says. And or the parking lot. Yeah, there's potholes everywhere. There's this and that. So why ain't the fuck keep doing something about it? 5247. I've seen bins not connected to the corrals. I've seen signs that are basically bent and everything else like that. I've seen those little corrals bent and everything else like that. I don't see you replacing those shit. But yet it states here, you're supposed to let them know. Question is, do your supervisors let the fucking company know? More than likely not, more than likely so, and they just don't care to do anything about it. Do they care? Nah. No, they don't care. They don't care at all. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about your kids. They don't care about anybody. All they care about is how easy can we make a buck off of your back and get away with it. Okay? So, we're going to look at another one. This is stalking. So, under stalking, folks. Under stalking. It literally says, I create merchandise, talent, and financial plans. I delegate completing daily tasks, planning freight assignments, and setting daily priorities. I understand and plan to improve the P and L. Don't even know what the fuck that means. Okay, and understand these are stalking guidelines, I believe, by team management, team leaders, and stuff like that. I spend time listening to associates, which they do not, and act on their ideas, which they do not. Questions or concerns, which they do not. Which they do not, because if that was the case, then, because of the whole thing about upper management, they're supposed to have, their own time and everything else like that. They're the ones that have all the time in the world. They're the ones that can choose whether to come in at night, come in the morning, or anything else like that. No, 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 no. You have to take time off of your day, in essence, to wait for them to come around. But yet they can schedule their times whenever they want, morning, noon, night. But yet they can't delegate their own time, but I have to delegate mine. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. Okay, because as a boss and everything else like that, you have the ability to move your schedule around, where I do not. So I ask you again, I had questions. Where's my LOA? Where are my claim for Sedgwick? Why aren't y'all, dealing with my restrictions? I had plenty of questions and I had plenty of concerns. None of them were listened to. None, not a goddamn one. So I give you this, folks. I mean, please understand this. So now we're going to look at coaching assignments. Okay, folks? So, this is how they label it with coaching. Alright? So we'll take a look at this. It says job responsibilities. I take care of the customers. No, you don't. I tour my areas to validate work is complete. No, you don't. I own P&L and business plans to improve the financial health of the store. No, you don't. I create plans for the business to improve the customer experience in my store. No, you don't. I am responsible for all talent in my area, including recruiting, hiring, and development. No, you don't. I reinforce what teamwork should look like and ensure team leads support that vision. No, you don't. I maintain a total store mindset while having end-to-end ownership of my area. No, you don't. I review, model, understand, and teach store process and procedures using the process guides. No, you don't. I must follow up on outstanding attendance exceptions and escalate adherence concerns to the people lead and store manager as needed. No, you don't. Because if that was the case, then I would be able to talk to Steve, Bobby, any one of them. No. No, can't be found either. They're going to be up there at 10, 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but I get off at 7. I've just worked a fucking 8-hour shift. My back hurts like a motherfucker. I'm pissed as shit, and this is fucking ridiculous. I am responsible for ensuring compliance on the front end with all whatever. No, that's full of shit, because if you were in full compliance with the front end and everything else like that, chicken wouldn't look like it's coming out raw. I implore you people, definitely look around at your food and products and stuff like that, and you need to report these health concerns and everything else like that to your local state department, but I don't even think they'll do the job because I've tried. Alright, my contribution to team success. I provide role clarity to the teams when needed. No, you don't. No, you don't, not at all. I can, because, I mean, we have asked you time and time again, how is it our responsibility to push cards? I even asked for the paperwork that says it. No one can give me it. That's the point. No one can give me it. No one can answer the question. I ask many questions in which people cannot give me the answer. What does that tell you? There's no answer for it. Therefore, it's not allowed. I develop my team... That's a hard one to believe. I develop my team leads and schedule time to review areas where I can support the team. No, you don't. You support yourself. You go over there and you stock and everything else like that like a normal fucking employee. You don't actually help out your fucking employees, because if you did, you'd be helping out on the heavy loads instead of the lighter loads. But hey, since you're a bunch of bitches these days, I guess that's all you're competent at doing, huh? As long as you don't have to do too much or put in too much effort. Why do you have kids? Why do you even try to do anything, folks? I mean, why? I identify career paths for associates, determine top talent, and staff the teams appropriately. No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. This is what you do. You assign the top talent that you like, which isn't talent, it's somebody you get along with. Okay, aka your best friend. Hence I don't understand how there's not favoritism in any of these places when there obviously fucking is, because the only people they're fucking goddamn promoting are the people they fucking like. Alright, and the people that they can fucking control. Not the ones who will say no. Not the ones who will fucking sit there and try to make an environment better for the fucking customers and everything else like that because they see a fucking problem going on. Like, I don't know. For example, what looks like half-cooked raw chicken on the, what is that, that kitchen holder? Which we'll get to. Let's see here. Putting vegetable oil in your fryer. The reason why professional cooking oil is used, alright people, is because it deals with allergens. Allergens are taken out of professional cooking oil. That is why it's professional. Okay, you're supposed to sit there and filter these things every so often. Alright, Walmart will sit there and let that thing turn as black as motor oil. We'll get to that one too. Okay, so here's the whole thing. So what exactly do you determine as top talent? Those who know and understand, or those who just agree? I ask you this, okay? I really do. Because understand, customers, what you eat can be a problem these days. And most of us are trying to help do something about it, but it's these companies who want to sit here and put us out of a job because we're willing to speak up, we're willing to let people know what's going on, but yet we're a problem. So that's fine. I'm a terrorist against the company. Bring it on. I recognize associates for a job well done. No, you don't. You ask why the job isn't done and why isn't it done quicker. That's what you ask. You do not recognize anyone. You do not recognize any associate for a job well done. You don't recognize shit but yourself and the people you want to. Who basically do thy bidding, my master. So now let's look at another one. And understand, according to my attorney, all this is inadmissible. So we'll take a look at this one now. It says, what's the difference for a team lead? Delegates things like shelf work and working freight to team associates? No, you don't, because if that's the case, then you wouldn't put someone who's not a team lead, who got in trouble for fucking an employee, Brittany Brinley and Nathan Tish at 5247. Okay, he's still a fucking team lead up there. I don't even see how. When a dude not too recently from up there got fired for the same thing, for fucking an employee, but yet he still has his job. Why isn't he fucking fired? How does he still have his job? I want to know this, folks. I really do ask you this. This is, and they don't want to say there's no favoritism. How does he still have his job? Oh, because he's a hard worker. What about that fucker then? Then why doesn't he have his job? Oh, dude, that would be my attitude towards it, dude. If I were fucking you, that dude, I would fucking sue Walmart for basically misleading and non-acknowledgement of failure of policy and procedure and everything else like that against you compared to someone else. Prioritize team's work for the day. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't prioritize anything other than what you think you know what to prioritize, because you wouldn't be able. What's a priority? Because according to y'all, the whole priority is the whole fucking store. So hence the point. What do you fucking prioritize? Oh no, the whole store's a priority. No, then why put prioritizes team's work for the day? Then it shouldn't have it on there, correct? Shouldn't have it on there. Review metrics and sets team's goals in the team app. No, they don't. They don't put anything in that motherfucking team app. They don't. Not a goddamn thing. Have y'all ever looked in that shit? Not a goddamn thing. What are the priorities of your team today? You're not working fast enough. That's the priority. According to any manager, you're not working fast enough. Why isn't it done yet? Why isn't 3 days done within your 8 hours? Are you assigning ownership and touring to teach? Teach what? I want to know what the fuck they're teaching. I really want to fucking know. I have taught more to my mother than any manager could ever do. I have taught more in that store than any manager ever has. You don't believe me? You can go up there and fucking ask, folks. I implore you to ask. 5247 Roanoke, Texas, 76262, Highway 377. You ask. Ask for Sean Hammond. Find out what you get. I hope you record it. How are you giving feedback and recognizing associates? They're not. They're not giving any feedback, and they're not recognizing any associates unless they like them. That's how it works. That's how it fucking works. And still, you wonder favoritism? How do you help your team succeed? You don't. You don't help your team succeed. Not at all. Not at all. You want to sit there and badger. You want to sit there and fucking infringe upon. You want to sit there and say we're not doing a good job. When you're gonna say we're not doing it fast enough. I have recordings of this shit still, according to my fucking attorney. Oh, it's inadmissible. It's all inadmissible. But yet you bring the argument, and he couldn't say anything. So how's it inadmissible if you got nothing to come back with? You sure you went to law school? The whole point about law, I thought it was supposed to be an arguable, you know, an arguable discussion, defense, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I don't even fucking care. I'm just trying to get y'all to understand these points of facts. I mean, I can get more into the law and everything else like that, at another time. But right now, it's just more or less trying to get y'all to know what the problem is and why these things are wrong and how they can be considered wrong and how I don't even know how they're getting away with it. So now let's look at another one. Okay. Oh, sorry. That is the same thing I told you last time, so we'll just skip on to that one. Sorry, guys. Looking through all these photos and stuff, there's quite a bit here. Okay, we'll look at this one next. So, we'll take a look at this one. Alright, so, here's the thing with this one, okay? And if you do pay attention closer and presume in and everything else like that, okay, it says FNC coach, front end coach, stocking coach. Okay? Stocking coach, digital coach, AP ops coach, ACC coach. Here's what I don't get. Okay, I want y'all to understand that under stocking there is no such thing as cart associate. So how does a stocker who is not a cart associate have to push carts. I implore you on this, okay? I really do. I want to know. And then, you want to know why, this is such an issue and people are leaving jobs and people don't care and blah, 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 blah. Well, this is, this is the whole problem, folks. It's either we got to do something about it or we're just basically still going to get walked on. So, once again, sat here and told, hey, well, you still have to do it. It doesn't matter, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter if you're hurt, injured, or whatever. Nope, still got to do it. Even though it's not your job. Not your job to push carts. Not your job to do returns. Not your job to do what? Maintenance. Not your job to deal with other people's departments. It is your job only to deal with yours. And yet, they want to say, oh, own your space. Own this. Own that. Da 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 da. So I ask you folks, is your back worth 50, 80 grand? Or is it worth the same as what a slip and fall victim gets? So I ask you this, folks. I really do. I'm trying to bring this to your attention, and I hope you like it, subscribe, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. I don't care. Choose one. All right. Because, I mean, we really need to make changes for ourselves, because eventually we're going to have to hear our kids gripe about it. And our kids will have every reason to gripe because we failed to act the same way we did with ours and our parents and everything else like that, because that's what we did. That's kind of even what we still do because they're still alive. You didn't make changes. You didn't do this. Well, dude, well, people and folks, it is literally our turn. Granted, I know I'm not the greatest public speaker or whatever. I do stutter and stuff like that. I mean, especially when I'm nervous, everybody does. So, I hope you, definitely take a look at this and understand what the problems are and everything else like that. And I hope you can relate. Like I said, like or subscribe. I hope you like what I did. I'll give you more soon.